Alright everybody, well I thought I'd do a kind of a different video and actually doing it on the computer that I've always said I don't really edit or use for anything that's on the channel, but I figured I'd give it a shot just to see how it is and probably use it for doing video responses and leave all the editing for just the kind of pickups that I do because I feel like those are a lot easier to kind of do the editing for, and I don't really want to put any time into editing these. I think they should just be kind of like, I don't know, like they should just be, it should flow naturally. And I feel like if you just sit down and you can really analyze and be really anal about the video, it tends to take a lot more time. So I figure in the spirit of time that I would just do it this way. But anywho, I digress. This is a video response to Kit 171's question of the week, I guess you could say, is in lieu of Top 3 Tuesdays that have been a little absent. But obviously, Ed T1138 is probably busy with the holidays, and he even said he was going to be. So. Anyways, the question of the week was top 3 platformers, which, you know, that's could be a lot. And you really have to be nitpicky, I guess you could say. I mean, because what really qualifies as a platformer is our beat 'em ups like Streets of Rage or Double Dragon. Are those platformers? Or is a game like, well, I guess really only beat 'em ups really come to mind when I think of platformers. So I really had to look at, as a genre, platformers. You're moving from left to right, and usually, you can kill enemies with a couple of hits, and you progress through levels to an ultimate end. It's very linear. Doesn't really give you any. Well, I mean, there's always deviations from what an actual game that you would consider a platformer um, to be. I mean, you could also say it's got RPG elements. It's got a little bit of puzzle solving. So really, the games I'll focus on are from the 8-bit and 16-bit era, because I feel like everything else now is all 3D and not really platformer anymore. The first one I'll go with is Super C for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Um, yeah, Super C was the sequel to Contra. So really, it's Super Contra, even though it's not on the Super Nintendo. Yes, I know. It's like, what? But they use Super on everything. This is an awesome game. The reasons why it's awesome is A, it's Contra. Um, B, it is introduces some new elements like a top-down, a couple levels of top-down, and it's made by Konami. I mean, they took time with their games. It shows. The music's great, memorable. The bosses are again memorable, and it's just, if you love Contra, you have to love this game. That's it was a no-brainer when I saw it in the store. The guy I got it from, it was a retro store, and I saw it behind the counter, and I was like, oh, $10. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that too. I'll take Super C. And he's like, Super C? What's that? I'm like, you don't even know what Super C is, and yet you work here in a retro game store, and you're roughly my age. Like, do you live underneath a rock? The guy next to him, who was like his coworker, had to freaking tell him that Super C was actually the sequel to Contra, which he was then dumbfounded, and go figure. But anywho's, um, it's going to come to no surprise then that the second of my favorite best platformers is going to have to be Contra 3, The Alien Wars. Um, it's Contra on the Super Nintendo with amazing graphics, awesome, you know, new introduced mechanics like the ability to have 2 different weapons, you know, it still has that Contra flair. Music again is great, and yeah, I mean, it's got to have Contra. So it's not like some of the other, like Contra Legacy of War, or well, I guess Contra Shattered Soldier for the PlayStation 2 is kind of the same um, style. But some of them, like Legacy of War, went completely freaking off the charts and tried to do 3D Mode 7 crap, and it just didn't work. Well, I guess I shouldn't say Mode 7, seeing as it was only on, I believe, PlayStation 1. Anywho's, staying on topic, the last game that I would probably have to say is one of my favorite genre 2D platformers and franchises that, hoping they come back with another one, which I heard there was rumors of, is none other than Earthworm Jim. I mean, he's a freaking worm inside of a spacesuit, and he shoots things. The just the animations and the character models and the music and the wacky gameplay in this game, um, it's top notch. I have heard rumors that they may or may not come out with a movie for Earthworm Jim, which would be freaking amazing, seeing as how they had a TV show. But yeah, so Earthworm Jim, both 1 and 2, I have both. I have Earthworm Jim on Genesis and then Earthworm Jim 2 on Super Nintendo. But I think the first one is probably one of the better ones. And so my wife is telling me that dinner's ready, so I should probably cut this short. But yeah, anyways, that's my 3 top platformers of all time. Stay classy.